Good evening and welcome to your Thursday edition of FSU Weather, starting out with a gorgeous sunset peeking out over the stadium, but unfortunately those clouds are going to roll in as we head later into your evening. Right now though, for the next few hours, 61 degrees, mostly sunny with just a little bit of a wind. It's perfect weather to get out, complete your evening activities, walk your dogs. Not much on the site on our satellite and radar, but as we head into tonight, temperatures are going to begin to drop into those upper 40s, 49 here in Tallahassee with a northerly wind, bringing in some cold air. And we're going to see that continue into tomorrow, where temperatures are only going to get up into the 50s as opposed to the 60s we had today. And that's going to introduce a longer trend that we're going to see this weekend in Tallahassee, where we may see some of our coldest temperatures in the past decade or so this weekend. Going to have to watch for a freeze warning there. But as we head on into the show, a nor'easter desk later and your AFC and NFC championship forecast, that and more tonight on FSU Weather.
Good afternoon, Tallahassee. I am student meteorologist Allie McCord. We do have this gorgeous sunset here in Tallahassee right now over Doak Campbell Stadium. We do have minimal cloud cover, but they are going to roll in tonight as current temperatures right now are 61 degrees with mostly sunny, but that cloud cover is going to come in. We currently have winds from the northeast at 5 miles per hour. For our satellite right now, we do have some ground scatter, so actually our skies are really clear. There is no rain right now currently in our Big Bend region. But what we really want to focus on right now is these scattered showers off the coast of Florida right here in Jacksonville, Daytona Beach area. These showers are going to try to come on coast right now, but the offshore sea breeze is going to keep them off, so we're not going to have a lot of rain down in central Florida. As for current temperatures here in the Big Bend, we are sitting at a nice 61 right here in Tallahassee. Temperatures in the 50s up here in Georgia from Bainbridge, Thomasville to Valdosta. These temperatures are going to drop tonight with these dew points also dropping. So we have very dry conditions right now. You can see this white and brown. That's signifying those very low dew points with not a lot of moisture in our air. As for wind speeds, we're not that gusty, but we do have some wind compared to what we're used to. So a lot of this, what would that be, southwest wind right here, right now, here in the Big Bend moving. As for our future radar, we have a lot of cloud cover moving in, and what we're going to focus on is we're going to have some scattered showers in the early hours of Friday, moving in over Perry, but mostly just cloud cover as for tomorrow. For your day planner, we're going to sit at a nice 45 around 9 a.m. where the temperature is going to increase throughout the day to around the upper 50s by the end at 3 o'clock. So if you're going to need your jacket, it will be in the early morning, but you can probably drop it after class. As for our week ahead, we are going to see these temperatures drop with this system moving over the southeast right now. So we're going to have some freeze warnings this weekend here Saturday and Sunday. Really Sunday when these temperatures drop to 26 on Sunday morning. But as for the rest of the week, we're going to see clear skies and then possible showers later in the week. As for now, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Riley so he can give us a look at Florida and tell us what's going on in the rest of the Sunshine State.
Yeah, Aliane, it really has been a mild day compared to how cold we have been lately. We are experiencing temperatures in the 70s for the southern portion of the state. As you head a little bit farther north, we're in the low 60s. Jacksonville, where the sun has already set, we're at 48 degrees, and that is a sign of what is to come. Cooler days are ahead for the Sunshine State. Right now, though, we are feeling the air in places like Miami. Very few days we don't feel the air down in South Florida, but one of those days could be ahead. Still pretty dry in the low 40s for dew points in the Florida Panhandle and northern portions of the peninsula, such as Jacksonville. Now, we do not see much rain on the radar across the Sunshine State. What we do have is some offshore showers. Those offshore showers are to the eastern portion of the state. And places like South Florida, Miami, we have some spotty showers. You might get a sprinkle here or there, but overall that's just going to evaporate mostly before it hits the ground, or we are just going to see maybe some showers last for a minute here or there. Here is that main area of rain we are seeing across the state of Florida right now, and most of that, notice, is just offshore, places like Daytona Beach. If you're driving down I-95 south of Daytona Beach, you might get in on a sprinkle here or there, light setting on your windshield wipers, nothing much to worry about. Northern portions of the state, we are fairly dry, not seeing anything that would regard bring an umbrella this evening. Miami, notice how cold that Saturday is expected to be, 58 degrees. That is a day you're going to want to bundle up. Overnight lows will get even colder. This is just reminds you the warmest it is going to be. Could be getting some record low temperatures there. Now, Tampa, we are expecting only 49 degrees on that Saturday, at least a little bit warmer for the day tomorrow. Orlando, 67 tomorrow, cloudy conditions before we dry out and we cool down. 49 degrees there on Saturday, 55 for your Sunday. Jacksonville, a little bit colder, only 56 tomorrow, 46 for your high, but no rain chances once we get into this weekend. And that, with the cold, is the big story. Pensacola, we're pretty much done with our rain chances. 48 is that low high temperature that we are expecting to see for your Saturday. Across the Sunshine State, not much in terms of rainfall. If anything, it'll be spotty showers here or there, but notice this cold front that is going to be making its way through. As we head later in the day on Friday, that's going to clear out the cloud cover and really make for some sunny weather. Now into tonight, we are going to be in the 40s in northern portions of the state, 60s with some rain chances down there in South Florida for your day tomorrow. Pretty much 50s to 60s in northern portions of the state. And as you head to southern portions of the state, you are in the 70s, maybe flirting with the 80s in Miami. Now we are heading to the southeast segment with Allie Ann. What you got for us, Allie Ann?
Yeah, so Florida is pretty cold, but the southeast is going to get colder. As for now, we do have some cloud cover over the rest of the southeast. Virginia looking pretty clear compared to the rest. As for our temperatures right now in the southeast, we are seeing Florida staying in the 60s, which is very characteristic of the Sunshine State. As for the rest of the southeast, we see Little Rock right here with the record low temperature, actually, my bad, Charleston with the record low temperature in the southeast right now at 54. As for our dew points here in the southeast, with this frontal system that is moving through really more tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see these dew points drop even more. As there are a little bit more rain in South Florida, we're going to see that moisture stay a little bit up, and so it's going to be muggier. But as for all this brown here, those are very dry conditions. So with our wind speeds, it's not very gusty here, but you can see on the coast here off Florida, those wind speeds are going to be a little higher due to the offshore flow, and there's not much friction, so those winds will typically be higher than the rest of the inland. As for now, we do see some scattered showers off the coast of Florida here near Daytona Beach, but those showers are going to stay off with that offshore flow. As for our future radar, what I really want to point out right here is this rain down here in South Texas. But as we make our way into Friday, we're going to see this northeaster develop up here near the Carolinas, bringing in snow to the Carolinas and Virginia this week. As for our Euro rain models, we're going to see a lot, maybe an inch to half an inch of rain here in South Texas. Actually, a little bit more rain here in Texas and Louisiana. For the rest of the southeast, possible inch of rain, not much for the Big Bend here in Florida, but we're going to see these temperatures drop tonight also. So nice 32 here in Little Rock. Florida's going to stay a little on the warm side compared to the rest, where everybody else in the southeast is sitting in the 30s. But for Florida, we're going to dip down into the 50s, which is pretty cool for Florida this time of year. Or not actually this time of year, it is cold. But for tomorrow, those temperatures are going to pick back up with daytime heating, and these temperatures here in South Florida are going to stay in the 60s and a nice, really warm 77 in Miami. But that temperature will drop as we head into the weekend, but 50s across the board. As for now, I'm going to go ahead and move things over to Jonathan so he can give us a northeaster desk.
Yeah, so I know Riley earlier said that 58 degrees down in Miami is cold, but fortunately, if Miami is going to experience what they're going to experience up in the Boston area this weekend, well, honey, you got a big storm coming. So We have a nor'easter developing off the coast of the eastern United States as we speak. It is eventually, we are learning about the intricacies in our synoptic tube class today. And the models keep shifting to the left, to the right, but as we look at one of these model outputs, the data is not necessarily populating very well, but one of the models we're looking at is the GFS model, which is the American, which is showing about 7 to 14 inches of snow in New England with lower areas down in New Jersey and the Wilmington, Delaware area. However, as these shifts go from east to west, there's the data populating as I'm speaking, only a few minutes later. But you notice those pink values are where the probabilities of the snow being the most are. This is just one model though, so this does not mean that Boston's going to get 7 to 14 and New York City's going to get not much. This means that this one output is saying this. So when we are doing this forecasting, we're looking at multiple different inputs and making these decisions. However, with this ensemble of multiple models put together, we're seeing that blizzard conditions are very likely among coastal Massachusetts, Rhode Island, potentially the Jersey Shore, New York, and Connecticut as well, but confidence is higher as you get closer and closer to Maine. Potential impacts, power outages, dangerous travel conditions, and these storms are called nor'easters because they bring such strong northeasterly flow that they're going to push a lot of water on shore. That's why we have some of these advisories out. There's some small craft advisories. That blue is a winter storm watch, meaning we think there may be a winter storm, but we're not confirmed that it's happening yet. And then you're probably wondering, why are we talking about this? This is a Tallahassee-based show. That's because on the backside of this system, there's going to be such strong cold air advection that temperatures are going to drop down into the low 20s, and those feels like temperatures, they're going to be in the teens. So if you're from Miami, where you think 58 degrees is cold, go ahead and put that parka on as you're heading outdoors Saturday morning because you are going to freeze in those 17-degree feels like temperatures. But speaking of Tallahassee, here's Riley with a more zoomed in look at your local.
Yeah, Jonathan, if you thought the temperatures that we were seeing last weekend were cold, just wait for this. We are in for a not very nice treat if you ask me. Maybe your ice cream might be even too cold for 23 degrees. I don't know, but it is at least 61 degrees right now here over Doak Campbell Stadium. We just switched tonight, so rather than mostly sunny, we're mostly clear at this point. A very nice sunset this evening. Some of that might have to do with some clouds that we are seeing in the distance, but not much in terms of cloud cover directly over top Tallahassee right now. Nothing in terms of rain chances. And we're not experiencing the driest atmosphere for this time of year right now. We do have some passing by upper level clouds, but nothing much to indicate we will be seeing any precipitation, which is some good news. Our dew points, 42 degrees. This is the temperature at which you would see dew form on surfaces like grass or your windshield. Luckily, we are not expecting to see that right now. Now, sorry, let me just clear my throat there so you can hear me, but we are sitting at 61 degrees right now in Tallahassee, 59 out towards the coast at Apalachicola, a little cooler farther north at Thomasville, 54 degrees this evening. As we head into the overnight hours, we are going to see some more cloud cover come its way, maybe a spotty shower here or there. This isn't anything that would last very long, but notice this cold front starts to move through as we head into this time tomorrow. That's going to not only clear out the cloud cover, but it's going to really cool down our temperatures. And for something like walking your dog, it might be a little too cold. You might want to put on a heavy jacket, 43 degrees at 7 a.m., only warming up to about 52 by 11. We're not going to see much sun as we head into and throughout the day tomorrow. So unfortunately, that is going to mean the temperatures won't get as high. But we still are expecting a 60-degree high for your Friday. Saturday, we are getting colds. 29 degrees is what we'll wake up, only getting to 46 as we head into the day. And notice a 26-degree low for Sunday morning. We're going to have to think about freezing effects. You might want to bring in your plants, bring in your pets, make sure nothing dies because it is too cold, because that is the weather we are expecting to see, Jonathan.
Yeah, so we're going to take a little bit of a different approach, and our producer Jesse came up with this segment where we take a look at a big city and a small town that share the same name. So you've probably heard of Atlanta, Georgia before. If you haven't, you probably haven't watched the Marvel movies, Hunger Games, or anything else that was filmed in that historic city. But as we zoom into the Atlanta metro area, notice around your perimeter highways, temperatures are going to be in the upper 40s with a slight urban heat island effect here in downtown Atlanta, where temperatures are going to be 49. Looking at your satellite and radar, not much popping up on Atlanta as this system develops, but you may see some few potential showers and sprinkles as we head overnight Friday into Saturday as this low pressure system swoops across the southeast, goes off on shore, and then blows up into the nor'easter I was just talking about. But one thing that we probably haven't heard of is Atlanta, Nebraska. So as we zoom in, it was not named after Atlanta, Georgia, which is shocking. It was named after Atlanta, Illinois, which is another town I had never heard of. But probably the reason why you've never heard of it, unless you are one of this population of 70 people, is that the total area is less than a quarter square mile. That is a tiny town. As our graphic system zooms across the country, much faster than we can drive from Atlanta, Georgia to Atlanta, Nebraska, we are zooming in on temperatures in the upper 30s with cloud cover all around. And then notice these cloud covers may be producing a few flurries as the northerly flow pushes south. But one thing that's really interesting on this graphic is that I think the freezing temperature gradient is going along Highway 34 right here, because notice south of 34, everything is green. Along 34, things start turning pink, and then once you're solidly north of here, look at that. We have a big snow shower being covered up by our banner right here. But it's evident to me that there is an interesting freezing gradient set up across our Atlanta, Nebraska corridor. Moving into our future radar, notice cloud cover is going to clear out, meaning you're going to have a very cold weekend. That's right. In the tonight, it is going to be 16 in Atlanta, Nebraska, with some cloud cover and some strong winds, which is going to continue to surge that cold air in. 46 degrees on Friday with your low temperature being 16 in the morning. As we head throughout your weekend, skies are going to be clear, but those low temperatures overnight, they are going to be very cold. So if you are invested in agriculture in Atlanta, well, your crops may freeze this weekend. It's time to bring the tarp out. It's maybe time to do some irrigation effects such that you can keep those crops safe if you are living in that area. But as for now, I'm going to go ahead and hand things off to Allie Ann, who is going to zoom out and look at the national picture.
Yeah, so our national has a lot going on, mostly in the northeast, but we do have some colder temperatures here in the Minnesota, Bismarck region. So out west, with that polar air really pushing down and bringing us those cold temperatures. As for our dew points, you can see also where this cold air is coming through. So we are experiencing really dry conditions across the U.S. with all this brown really showing us where we don't have any moisture. As for our upper level water vapor, we do see those upper level clouds bringing in that moisture, but it's really not affecting us at the surface. So what we really want to talk about is this big story out north. Our New England, all this is really about to be affected. So this cold air is coming in from this we have polar air coming in, freezing Minnesota, but we do have a lot of snow happening over here near the Ohio, Alabama, or not, New York, Pennsylvania area. Zooming in, we do see this snow moving east right now. We have some scattered showers here in Kentucky, but snow really affecting us right now in the northeast. We do have some watches. We have a winter storm watch or advisory here off the coast of New England, and then down here in Jersey and the Washington area, we have a winter storm watch. So that is something we're going to look out for. We do also have some gale advisories here off the coast of Massachusetts and Maine. As we move out west, we're going to see some snow behind me here in Rapid City, but mostly cloud cover. That air is moving through on the other side of that front. But we're going to look at these advisories. So I can't remember that one, I'm sorry. I don't know what the yellow is, but we actually have some air stagnation advisories here out west off the coast of Oregon and Washington. So our air is kind of polluted out here. We do have some winter storm warnings here also in Rapid City and south of Denver. Moving down to Texas, we do see some scattered showers off the coast of Brownsville and Corpus Christi, some right here moving over parts of Mexico and Texas, but a lot of cloud cover really affecting, so we don't have too severe weather right now. As for watches, we do have a freeze warning watch, so potentially freezing conditions here in Corpus Christi, and then some small craft advisories here off the coast. As for tonight in the U.S., we are going to have some very cold temperatures up in the Midwest, here in Chicago with -1 and 3 in Minneapolis. These temperatures are going to drop even more with this air coming in, and we're really going to see this affecting our Washington, Boston this Saturday with this northeaster moving in. As for the southeast, our temperatures are freezing, but they're not too cold compared to the rest, so a nice 34 in New Orleans, 52 in Miami. And then as we move more out west with these cold conditions, Los Angeles is sitting at a nice 52, San Francisco 46. As for tomorrow, these temperatures are not going to rise much here in the Midwest. Tomorrow in Washington, the temperatures might get a little up into the 40s, but those temperatures are going to still drop this weekend. The south is going to stay warm like it usually does, but it will cool off. And then out west, nothing really affecting it, so it's going to stay these cool, calm conditions. As for now, I'm going to give Riley the remote, and he's going to tell us about football this weekend.
We have football, we have basketball, we have about every sport you could imagine. One thing you might not want to go to is Panama City Beach, where we are cold, and we're going to see the temperatures continue to get even colder into this weekend. So maybe not a good day to go to the beach, but it might be a good day to go see FSU play some basketball at the Tucker Center. We're in for a very cold Saturday, only a high of 46 degrees, but we have a team that is on fire right now, so they'll help warm you up at the Tucker Center, very likely bring home a win, and Virginia Tech will be going back home to some more colds, even colder up in Virginia, if you can believe that. Now, we are away for our game against Clemson on Wednesday at 7 p.m., and there will be rain, so it'll be probably us raining on their parade at 46 degrees. But notice that's just about the same temperature that we'll have as a high temperature on Saturday. That just shows you how cold it will be here in Florida for your weekend. 46 degrees is the magic number, because if you're going to be watching that Bengals-Chiefs AFC Championship game, two teams from the AFC, which I like, not as much as my Jets, but Kansas City, Missouri, will be seeing a pretty cold one, not as cold as they saw, though, for that Packers game that we saw Aaron Rodgers get eliminated for this past weekend. NFC Championship game will be indoors, so this 60-degree temperature is just for your ride home and your ride there. 6:30 p.m. Sunday, that's going to be the Super Bowl 2 weeks from this upcoming Sunday at the same location, believe it or not, there in Los Angeles. We'll see if the Rams get a home game for this Super Bowl, or if the 49ers will be crashing their parade. If you're going into Strozier at any time, it's always chilly there, 65 degrees, so bring a jacket if you're studying inside for any tests or exams that may be coming up, or even just doing some atmospheric physics homework. That sounds challenging just in itself. Now, going out tonight, 50 degrees, so it's not going to be miserably cold. We're at least going to have some warmth from some cloud cover, but this is going to go away fast. So tonight is probably the best night to be heading out in Tallahassee, because look at these low temperatures. As we get into Friday night, 29 degrees. It's not the type of nights to go out and party at recess when the temperatures are feeling like that. Neither will Saturday night at 23 degrees. During the day, though, we're not going to be seeing the stars. We'll be seeing some sun, believe it or not, both Saturday and Sunday. Clear conditions, high temperatures warming back up to 58 degrees for your Sunday. So we definitely have a very chilly weekend ahead. Not a time to go to the beach, but again, go see some football games, go see some basketball games, and I think you'll get through it, Jonathan.
Yeah, as we head back into your Tallahassee local, notice our temperatures are very, very close to average for this time of year. Today we are just 1 degree off for our high and 2 degrees off for our low, but thankfully we're nowhere near those record temperatures. But as we keep saying, that 15, we're going to approach that this weekend with our wind chill, so we're going to have to keep an eye out on that. But currently it's 61 degrees. The sun is continuing to put a, wow, that is just really pretty. I don't think I've seen that color in a sunset in a long time. But that sunset outside is gorgeous right now, but as we head further and further into the evening, your temperatures are going to drop as cold air continues to come in from the north. This little area over here that we have of rain is eventually going to interact with a trough we have dipping down from the north, and then we may see that nor'easter begin to take off. But as we zoom into Tallahassee, not much going on radar, though this is an interesting feature we have developing down here by the coast. I'm not sure if that's rain or maybe a prescribed burn or a fire. But temperatures across the Big Bend region are currently in your upper 50s, low 60s, where we have the Herban heat island effect in Tallahassee. But as you head further north, notice 52 in Thomasville, 56 in Bainbridge. It's going to get quite cold. Looking at our dew points, this dry air is going to continue to plummet from the north, and that dry air is what's going to prevent us from seeing any of that snow that our counterparts on the East Coast are going to see. While our temperatures will be cold, the air is simply too dry to produce any precipitation. And that air is just going to keep getting drier and colder as this strong northerly temperature, wind gradient is going to continue to push and pump that colder and drier air into our region. Something very interesting on our future radar that I noticed earlier is that we have some northerly moving clouds here and some westerly moving clouds here, and that's going to maybe create some convergence, which is why I think for our coastal areas, probably Madison County and the city of Perry, that's where we may see some rain showers tomorrow. But other than that, not much going on in the Big Bend region for tomorrow. But we are going to get some cloud cover throughout the day. 9 a.m. through 3 p.m., you're not going to be seeing much of the sun, but those temperatures are going to warm up into your 50s. Taking a look at the week ahead, temperatures are going to be very, very cold in your mornings on the weekend. Not a great weekend for brunch. Am I right, Allie, Ann, and Riley?
Yeah, it's not a good time to go for brunch. If anything, your indoor activities are the way to go this weekend.
Yes, this weekend is going to be quite chilly, and what we're going to focus on is the 4 Ps. So this weekend, we are going to be seeing these temperatures dip below freezing, so you want to focus on people, plants, pipes, and pets. So those are things you want to protect this weekend with these cold temperatures.
Yeah, any burst pipes are definitely not what you want to deal with if you do want a hot shower, if you do want to shower at all, and make sure that heat is working because down in Florida, the 20s are not very common.
Not common at all. So this weekend, I will definitely be staying inside, and I hope y'all are too. Just bundle up, drink some hot chocolate, do your homework. Probably the best option for this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of movie nights, watch some Netflix. Just be as cozy as you can and make sure those pets are cozy as well.
I'm also very thankful right now that we are not in the Northeast getting this massive system right now with tons of snow.
I do have my friends and family back home in New Jersey. This is the time of year it's always fun to get in on that snowfall, but unfortunately in Florida we're not getting any dusting even because of how dry our atmosphere is here.
Yes, it's really sad. I know a lot of people, mostly elementary school kids, are probably looking for snow days, but the conditions here in Florida are not right.
Yeah, the last time we had 1 inch of snow in Tallahassee was back in the 1980s. So
yep,
generations of kids at this point have not seen a snow day here.
I have seen one snow day, but go ahead and give us a follow on Twitter at FSU Weather.
And like us on Facebook. You can also see any other updates we have for you on there.
Also, you can watch us live on YouTube Monday through Friday at FSU Weather.
And follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather. Send us your favorite weather pics, and we might have them featured on our show.
Yep, so we do have some freezing temperatures this weekend, so get ready and be prepared. As for now, I'm student meteorologist Allie McCord.
And I'm student meteorologist Riley Winch. Have a great Thursday night, Tallahassee.